Hello my dear twin flames, this is Michaela from Shine Your Light Brightly 1111 with a reading for the Twin Flame Collective full moon. It was planned to bring out this reading on Friday or then on Saturday, but I didn't make it. So many personal readings, and when I'm too exhausted in the evening, it makes no sense anymore. So now today on Sunday, but we still have the full moon influence, and we want to see what these energies right now are helping here or hindering. We will see the Twin Flame Collective. So as always, trust your own intuition. It's a general read for the collective. So we begin with the overall energies, divine feminine and masculine, as well as the connection. I will say she for the feminine and he for the masculine. That's just the way I channel. Energy Oracle by Sandra and Kayla. So let's see. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's just dive in. Overall energy of the divine feminine, please. At this time, at this full moon. Overall energy of the divine feminine, please. So we have two cards coming out. Action as well as the sun. So this sun card in this deck is not exactly like the sun card in the traditional tarot, where it is the most positive card in the whole deck, but it is still a card of happiness, joy. It is a card of seeing abundance coming into our life. We see finally that things are getting better. With the action card, okay, that could indicate that the feminine is wanting action finally, or maybe even doing something. We will clarify this a bit later. I just see if I get something else here. So I also get the combination, so action, that desire for action of the masculine would bring finally clarity, what the sun card is also about. And for some of you it may have even happened that something happened, that your divine masculine took action, what brought you some clarity and also some joy here. Let's see, what's the overall energy of the divine masculine, please, at this time. So I have the Angel of Strength coming up. This card talks about that we've gained a lot of strength and wisdom throughout our journey, but it is also about self-esteem, confidence and courage. So coming back into his full power, building up the courage. Let's get one more here. So we have appreciation, and one card fell, no, two cards fell. We have the third eye chakra, sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, and we have the storm warning. So he is in a state of appreciation right now. I really feel that he's finally seeing this connection for what it is, also appreciating the patience that the feminine brought, or maybe even the forgiveness is also what I hear for some of you. But that's not just about the connection and the feminine. He, in general, gets more and more into that state of appreciation, seeing the beauty around him again, and the beautiful things, and also seeing, especially in combination with the Angel of Strength, even appreciating the hardships he was going through in the past, which helped him to gain a lot of strength, wisdom. and growth. So with the third eye chakra, intuitive deep knowing. But I actually feel, I mean, when the chakra cards are coming up, it's telling us that this chakra is activated or needs healing. So I really feel here that intuitively he has that deep knowing, but maybe not fully trusting it yet. So I feel a bit of confusion here, kind of not knowing what to do with all the information. And the storm warning would even, sorry for the glare, would even confirm this. The storm warning is a card that also can represent mental conflict, that inner turmoil. Of course, it could also indicate for some of them that something is happening in their life. It's okay, I get the confirmation that it's inner turmoil and confusion, restlessness. Also that intuitive knowing that something is in the air, not being able to grab what it is. So sometimes we feel restless and we feel that something is in the air, but we don't know what it is. And that even brings that uncertainty, brings that uneasiness, right? So what is with the connection? Where is the Twin Flame Collective at? So we have the woman holding a coin, rest and rejuvenation, and the door to romance at the bottom. So the Divine Feminine makes her appearance here for the connection. The woman holding a coin is first of all someone who is very supportive. Also what I get is she's ready for that solid new beginning. She's grounding herself. She is like the Queen of Coins, kind of very independent and stable on her own. But in this deck, this coin is also about value. So she learned valuable lessons. She also values her masculine and the connection. She sees the connection for what it is, how much it helped her. So it's a time of healing and recovery mode with the rest and rejuvenation card. Time to take a step back, to prepare for that door to romance that is opening up here. So how we can see in this deck here, there is that heart with the lock in a cage. So I really feel here this is preparation for the next steps. Like everything, right? So that is, but I also feel something is in the air. And maybe for the feminine with that action and the sun card here, maybe it's also just intuitive deep knowing that something is in the air. Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Please tell me more about the Divine Feminine with the action and the sun card. What's going on here? So yeah, unfinished symphony. She just knows it's not over yet. She knows the last word isn't spoken. She knows there is more to come. And we have the Yang card, what's also about action, right? So it's the masculine energy. So the Divine Feminine has the action card and the masculine energy Yang, what's also about action. But I really feel it's here more about kind of expecting action. So again, maybe even that intuitive knowing, picking up on energies, but I really feel she needs some action at the moment. She may be in a state, for some of you I pick up on that, okay, I really see here that the feminine values the connection and her masculine. She sees what this connection brought into her life, how it helped her to grow spiritually, personally, learning her lessons, healing, all that stuff, right? But she's also at a point where she may accept the current situation as it is. So if the Divine Masculine still isn't ready, some of you may even be able to let go even more. So I know that some of you think that there can't be anyone else than your Divine Masculine. I'm not here to preach about what the Twin Flame journey is about. You have to find your own truth here for yourself. I just say that for some of you, you may be ready, even if not finally happens something that brings you new hope. You may be able to let go a bit more here and maybe even look for someone new. So I really feel that, and I don't feel impatience, I just feel that energy of I've waited for so long, I did all my work, I've put so much effort into myself, my own healing, the connection, I've worked so hard on myself. I am in the state of surrendering, but I still want to have a partner in my life. Maybe some of you are wishing for children, families. So I hear the question, how long am I supposed to wait till he is finally ready? So please tell me more about the Divine Masculine with the Angel of Strength, Appreciation, the Storm Warning, and the Third Eye Chakra, please. Chaos and conflict, yeah, with that Storm Warning, I'm not surprised to see that, and the change in the wind. So that's exactly the Storm Warning, that inner turmoil, that mental conflict, what I've already picked up on. And a change in the wind, so there for sure needs to be a change. We can't stay for long in our chaos and conflict. But what I also pick up on here, I've also said with the Storm Warning that for some of them it is about a change in their lives. So something that happens in their lives, what maybe brings a change here. But I also feel the need to change something, and maybe even the desire to make necessary changes. Because for some of them, that inner turmoil, that inner conflict comes from their current circumstances, not being happy in their current circumstances, whatever it is about. Feeling that desire for change. For the connection, please, with the woman holding a coin, rest and rejuvenation, and door to romance. So we have the flexible card and the here and now. So on both cards is an egg, what also talks about fragility. So the here and now card tells us, please don't worry about tomorrow and don't hang on to the past. Be present, consciously present in the here and now. So we are always present in this moment. We can change that. Physically we always are, but our mind usually has the tendency to either worry about tomorrow, so the mind is in the future, or we hang on to something from the past. So that's the advice here, that we have to be present, consciously present in the here and now. Enjoy every moment to the fullest. With a flexible card, this talks about that we shouldn't be so stubborn. We also shouldn't be too fixed on a certain maybe outcome or a certain way of how things should happen. So the universe has many different possibilities to bring to us what we desire when we are in alignment energetically. But when we are too fixed on a certain idea how things have to unfold, that can block the connection, because maybe that's not the right way, maybe that's not the way it will unfold. So they give me again that I get that often, that vision. So they show me again, when we are at A and want to Z, our logical, rational mind is telling us, okay, to get there we have to go to B, then to C, then to D, and so on, right? So everything what has to happen before we finally reach the Z. So, but sometimes it's not necessary. But it are things that the rational mind can't grab. So there can be ways to come together, ways how things can unfold that we can't even come up with. So it is the when and the how is not our business. When it comes to law of attraction and manifestation and having the faith and the trust into the divine intervention, divine timing, it is completely about to surrender. You just have to be alignment energetically. You have to know what you want and then let it unfold. So, Sacred Spirit reading cards. Let's have a look where the two of you are spiritually at and the connection to. Where's the Divine Feminine spiritually at, please? So I've expected that card on the masculine side, but okay, so maybe the feminine picks up on that energy. That's the card of confusion. It's called Align Your Universe, Navigate Distractions. So not being able to focus on the task at hand. A lot of it also, for some of you, I also pick up on that you have a lot of things going on in your life right now, and you don't even have time to go within or to meditate. I'm one of them, for sure. But with that confusion that I also pick up on, so for many of you, it is really that picking up on the energy of the masculine here. But you also may be a bit confused about the way you think about the connection, especially for the ones where I've said that you finally need some action of the masculine here. But this card is also telling you that you should focus on the important things. I'll leave it to you what this is for you, but navigate distractions. So don't put your energy so much in situations where you get maybe involved in any kind of drama that's not even yours. So look where you put your energies into. You know exactly what you should focus on, and maybe at least your mind is sometimes on the wrong path here. Where is the divine masculine spiritually at? I also hear other options. So again, for the ones who are maybe even thinking about when the divine masculine not finally is doing something to show me that we make progress here with the connection, I would be even able to maybe look for someone else because I want to have that family, by example. So seeing other options, weighing up other options for some of you. So never forget, it's a general read. Don't take what's not resonating. It's a reading for the collective. So where's the divine masculine spiritually at, please? So you already has the 6th chakra coming up. What is the 3rd eye? And now we have that again. So 3rd eye opening here. 3rd eye vision, reclaim your mind. So this card could talk about that he's so caught up in his vision. So too focused on spirituality. It's also always about balance, right? Also with the spirituality and the physical world. So when we are too caught up in one of them, there is no balance. So for some of them it may be because of that 3rd eye opening, because of finally seeing through the veil, being too caught up on the spiritual path. But reclaim your mind is also a card of confusion. So when the 3rd eye is closed, blocked, as well as the crown chakra, we are overthinking, we are confused. We can't receive our spiritual guidance. Our 3rd eye, our intuition isn't working well. So this card is telling the masculine here that he has all that inner knowledge, that he is spiritually guided, but he has to trust it. We got that message before with that 3rd eye chakra, where I got the message that he's not fully trusting his vision. I get this again. Where is the connection spiritually at, please? Channel your knowledge, critical judgment. So when this card comes up, it's usually about something that happened in the past. So either the one who got hurt is still holding on to any kind of judgment or resentment, or the pain from what happened, or the one who did this to the other one is holding on to the guilt and the regret, and so thinks that the other one would still judge them. The truth is they are judging themselves, right? But it can be both of it here. And we also have to see that it's not always about that we got hurt or betrayed or so. I mean, we have here a very clear message on the feminine side, expecting action, kind of pressure is what I feel. That is also a kind of judgment when we turn it around, right? So you're not doing something, and when you're not still finally not doing something, I maybe move on. That is kind of manipulation also on an energetic level. But it's also a judgment, so you're not doing anything. You leave me here, and I don't say that is wrong. I'm just reading the energies, right? But I also pick up on that guilt and regret emotionally. So I think it's a mix of both here. And what we also have to think about is, for many of you, there is a long time of no communication. And the longer this time is, the more difficult it becomes to get back into touch, right? Especially if something even also happened, what hurt you in the past. So Akashic Tarot, current lessons, challenges. So I also pick up on where I pick up on this on the masculine side. Doesn't have to be, it's just the way I pick it up right now, is when there is guilt and regret, that they use this energy as a procrastination. So kind of, well, you're still judging me, why should I come back? But for some, how I've said before, it is about judging themselves because of the guilt and regret. But using this as an excuse here. Current lesson or challenge for the Divine Feminine, please. Commitment. And I actually get again that same message. Many of you want to have families. You want to have commitment. You want to have children. You want to have that beautiful relationship, that stable relationship, that stability in your life with a partner. That may be a huge wish at the moment. And your heart is with the Divine Masculine. But again, for some of you it is that urge also to have that family. And if he's not finally ready, still not, after a long wait, you may consider to look for someone else. For others it could be about that your Divine Masculine is still in another commitment, what is very challenging for you. I pick up on jealousy also here. What's the current lesson or challenge, please, for the Divine Masculine? The Winged Messenger is kind of the challenging side of the Two of Cups in the traditional tarot. So Two of Cups would be that coming together, having that beautiful relationship, exchanging the cups, right? But we have here the table with the two chairs that are empty, so the both of you aren't sitting here in the sunset. But this card also talks about our spiritual guidance. So the spirit guides and angels, ancestors, ascended masters want to guide him towards you, but he may not listen. He may not trust this, how we've already seen twice. So it's challenging for him, or it's his current lesson, to trust his intuition and his guidance. He may not believe that it's possible still after all that happened, after all that time. Current lesson or challenge of the connection. So something both of you have to face. Okay, that's interesting. They told me to also take the bottom, and I have two kings here. The King of Keys and the King of Scrolls. What would be in the traditional tarot the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So for the Divine Feminine, this could be maybe she already met someone new and has to make a choice here. For the Masculine, I mean, the King of Scrolls is someone who is very emotionally detached. And the King of Keys is very stable on his own, very grounded. I just tried to listen. So I really get, this is representing the Divine Masculine, the way he should be and the way the Feminine wants him and the way he is right now. So look at this gesture here. So emotionally detached, maybe even cold and distanced. And the King of Keys is someone who's, how I've said, very stable on his own. He can bring stability into a relationship. He is the man to marry, no fear of commitment or anything else. So that's the way the Divine Feminine wants the Masculine, and maybe the way she sees, the Masculine. And on the side of the Masculine, that's how he is, because of not trusting his intuition and his guidance. And it's challenging for him to be that King of Keys. Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. Heart space, please, of the Divine Feminine when it comes to her Masculine. What's going on in the heart space? So how does she feel about the situation and her Masculine? We have Take the Lead, 3 of Wands, and the Magician. So the Magician represents the sign of Gemini. If we want to go with these two kings here too, so would be air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So the 3 of Wands is a card of yearning. We look into the distance, waiting for the ships to come in. In this deck it's called Take the Lead, and what I get here is finally take action. Some of you may even think about to reach out to the Masculine and really kind of ask or tell them that you can't wait any longer. So, but trying to manifest that action that you are desiring here. The Magician is a very optimistic energy, very enthusiastic. We have all the tools available to manifest our desires. We are very aware of that. We are co-creating. So I get the same as we already got in the overall energies. The Feminine wants to have action here finally. Mind space of the Feminine, please, when it comes to her Masculine. What is she thinking about? The star card, beautiful, Aquarius, and the sacral chakra. So the star card is about wishes and wish fulfillment. It's about healing, deep emotional healing. It's about our spiritual guidance, of hope, a card of hope. And the stars are aligning in our favor. So in this deck, it's also about that healing where we are breaking free from old chains. The sacral chakra is our power center. Our emotions are there. So it could be, with the align your universe card here, it could be kind of an emotional roller coaster at the moment. But I really feel deep healing on that level here, getting back into your power. It's also about passion. So also sexual energy. So I really feel here, so again, that deep wish and that hope that something will happen. Maybe waiting even in passion here. Some of you may be very emotional at the moment. But this is also because of emotional healing that takes place with the star card and the sacral chakra here. And to release it, sometimes it's just coming up, right? And so then we can release it for good, once and for all. But yeah, as your mind space, in regards to your masculine, that wish, that hope, that something will happen, that your wishes are coming true. I also get with that breaking free from the chains, so finally leaving the past behind, that separation, finally making the steps into the direction you've always desired and intuitively always knew. What's the message of the Divine Feminine's higher self, please, when it comes to this twin flame connection? Eight of Cups, moving on, leaving emotional baggage behind. And the Strength card in this deck called Control. So getting back control over your life is what I get again here. So the Strength card is about that wisdom and strength that you've gained throughout the journey, also what you needed to go through this journey. Coming back into your full power. Confidence, courage, all is building up again here. And I hear again, you see through the veil. You are stronger than you think. Leaving emotional baggage from the past behind. So these two are just a confirmation of the messages I already got with the sacral chakra here. Message of the higher self of the Divine Feminine, please. So, but for some of you, even the moving on card may again indicate that you are ready to move on alone. So the heart chakra and the Empress. So I mean, the Empress is the Divine Feminine, right? But it's also a card of fertility and of wanting to have family. I picked this up again. So, but what this is telling you as an advice from your higher self is be the Empress. The Empress is not chasing, not trying to manipulate situations, not trying to force anything. She's in the receptive mode. She's trusting her intuition 100%. She is nurturing, very grounded. And she fully surrendered to the divine. So with the heart chakra coming up here, so I really feel that with leaving emotional baggage from the past behind and coming back into your full power, your heart chakra will also more open up. So even though we don't have any kind of card that is confirming that, but I still feel a bit being guarded. So not ready to fully open up the heart. And I don't feel this just in regards to your masculine, but in general. So there may also be still something that needs healing, but I also get that message again. By leaving that emotional baggage behind, the heart chakra can open up even more. What's going on in the physical for the feminine, please? The crown chakra and the Chariot. So by the way, we have the card of Leo here with the Strength card, as well as Taurus and Libra represented by the Empress. And we have now Cancer here and Pisces. So the Chariot card, very fast, positive movement forward, even travel or changing location. But this card, especially in this deck, is about love. We have that heart with that infinity symbol here. We have that ceremony going on. So that is, these two cards fell out together. That is what you think this connection is about. That is what you feel guided towards. But I also pick up again, for some of you, it may be not about your masculine. You, in general, may feel guided towards positive movement forward for yourself in regards to your deep desires and dreams and wishes. So I have the Hanged Man in this deck called Observe. That is a card where we may feel stuck, but it's a very spiritual energy where we are guided. So we are stuck for a reason, and we are guided to look at the situation from all different angles to get the bigger picture. We are called to go within, to observe ourselves as well as our environment. To also observe our reaction to certain situations or other people, or their reaction to us and our actions. And we have the Five of Wands, challenging times. So I really feel that even the ones of you who may think about, if my masculine is not finally ready, I want to have family. If he's not finally making the necessary steps towards me, I have to look for someone new, even though I always thought he is the one. It's no decision that is lighthearted here. But in general, for the ones where the crown chakra and the Chariot card is about your masculine, so having that deep knowing and feeling guided towards still your masculine, because of feeling stuck, because of nothing is happening, it's still very challenging for you, especially in this time where you kind of expect action to happen. Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, also by John Holland. Let's have a look into the masculine's energies. What's going on in the heart space of the divine masculine, please, when it comes to the feminine and its connection? Heart space of the divine masculine, please. The base chakra and the 5 of Wands, obstacles and challenges. So not feeling stable enough with the base chakra, throat chakra, communication. My gosh, and the mental conflict at the bottom. What can I say? Not surprised to see these cards with the overall energies that we already got. So, base chakra, root chakra, we don't feel stable. Our foundation is shaky. A lot of obstacles and challenges in the way. But again, I don't know if I know I've thought it before. I don't know if I've said it. So sometimes we make it more difficult for ourselves than it has to be, right? And that is maybe something that with that flexible card that we got for the connection at the beginning, when we are too fixed on a certain way how things have to unfold or what has to happen before we can do this or that, that makes it more challenging for us, because we only see all these obstacles and challenges in the way, and we don't know how to get out of that labyrinth or to get through all these obstacles, how to climb the mountain, however you want to see it. So when it comes to communication with the throat chakra, we have the conflict and defeat card. This is the 5 of Swords. But the only thing I get with the 5 of Swords is actually here mental conflict. The 5 of Swords is also a card, or can be a card of strategizing, but I really feel that I can't come up with a way to do so. But I really truly feel that for many of them, they make it more difficult for themselves. They can't see clearly here. They can't see through the veil. They could with that third eye chakra opening, but they are not trusting it. So they still have that vision of their just physical eyes and their rational mind, and they can't see clearly here right now. Because we got that critical judgment card in the overall energies of the connection, for some of them it may also be very difficult to speak up here towards you because of manipulation that took place in the past. Because the 5 of Swords is a card of also manipulation. It's a very ego-based energy, but that's not what I get here. I really get that mental conflict, not being able to come up with an idea how to make things work. Very challenging for them to speak up. Very shaky foundation at the moment. Not stable at all. Mental space of the divine masculine when it comes to their feminine, please. Emotional loss. 5 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. Material and spiritual prosperity. So 5 of Cups is an energy where we are too focused on the negative parts of life. We are too focused on what we don't have, what we can't have, what we've lost, that we can't even see the good things around us and the positive things. So, but what I pick up on here, coming up in his mind space in regards to his feminine, is that he thinks he already lost you for good. with the Six of Pentacles, what's the card of equal give and take, giving and receiving, trying to come up with an idea how to make an offer. I feel in this deck a very yearning energy here by looking into the distance towards the sun here. There is that long path, and trying to come up with something, how to walk this path, how to get to that clarity, how to get to an idea how to make things work. What's the message of the Divine Masculine's higher self, please, when it comes to the connection with the feminine? That's beautiful. So we have the crown chakra and the Temperance card, the card of Sagittarius. So in this deck it's called Patience, but the Temperance card is much more than that. Temperance is the card of divinely guided partnerships, the card of reconciliation also. It's the card of patience, of balance, of deep healing, our spiritual guidance, especially in combination with the crown chakra. And what this is telling us, I don't even need any more cards from their higher self here, is exactly, we are there, we want to guide him, we got that message, but he just has to listen. He's not following his guidance, he's not trusting it. I'm surprised that we didn't see the moon yet. Well, let's see. What's going on in the physical, please, for the masculine? Suffering and silence. And the Ace of Cups. So suffering and silence, Nine of Swords. There is that mental conflict again, right? Overthinking, worst case scenario on the mind. It won't work out anyways. I also pick up on that energy. I'm making up things. It can't work out. So, but what I get here, especially with these two last cards here on their side, Ace of Cups, love begins. Ace of Cups for me is also our own cup, right? Our self-love. Our own cup has to overflow with unconditional love to be able to come to the Two of Cups, where we exchanging our cups. What I get with these two cards, the suffering and silence, and this Ace of Cups card, is that he's not listening to his own heart's desires. He's rather suffering in silence, unhappy, than to make the necessary steps towards his happiness. And their spirit guides, angels. I also hear archangels, ancestors, whoever wants to guide them here. The divine wants to guide him towards his happiness. Towards you, but he's not listening, not trusting. Quantum Oracle by Sandra and Taylor. Let's look into some shared energies. Shared energies of Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, please. We have family, friends, and guides. I hear again ancestors, so we have great gratitude. Consciousness of lack, and that came out together with family. I tell you in a second what I get here. So So this is the spirit suit. So family, friends, and guides. That is about our spiritual guidance again. Also maybe supportive people on our spiritual path in our physical world. But I hear again ancestors. What would be family, right? In the spirit realm. So we are very guided here, both of you. We picked up that energy before in the overall energies, that there is a lot of appreciation when it comes to this connection. Really, I also in general pick up on that gratitude for this journey. And these two cards came out together, and what I immediately got was the Divine Feminine. So consciousness of lack, family. So that deep wish for wanting to have a family, wanting to have a committed partner, wanting to have children, whatever it is in your case, what we've picked up on before here. So romance angels, let's get 2 cards here also for the shared energy. So we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So it doesn't mean that there have to be red flags, but we see red flags. So them or so feminine or masculine, that doesn't matter, they're shared energies, so maybe both. So this card is not telling us that there are red flags, but that we are still cautious and guarded and are seeing red flags. So we have released your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So for some, it's not coming up here. Okay, I get the message for the, I got at some point on the feminine side that maybe some of you already met someone new. In this case, if you really want to full get involved in this new connection, of course you have to release the energies. You can't fully separate here on an energetic level, but at least all that hope you have been in before has to be released. For others, we have here for the masculine, that base chakra, that unstable foundation. Also that unhappiness. So some of them maybe stay in another connection. And with the commitment card here, for the ones of you where their other commitment is that challenge for you, you may just wait for them to release someone else. For the feminine, please. So soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. So there is no twin flame card in this deck. And children, your love life is being influenced by children. So I really feel that huge urge here for some of you to want to have children. The biological clock may tick for some of you, so you feel that urge now or never. For the masculine, please. I have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. They may also pick up on your energies with that urge. And some of them may kind of feel pressured energetically. So we always pick up on that energy. So we have to be careful, because sometimes we reach the opposite of what we want. By coming into that kind of energy, what pressures the other one may even push them away instead of getting them to do what you desire. But it may not be forced here. It's just your deep desire. And of course it was always your wish to have this with your masculine. So, some possible future energies. Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. Possible future energies here for this twin flame connection. Ace of Swords, what would be communication, clarity, new beginnings based on honesty and clarity, speaking the truth. Page of Coins. Let's get them all out first. King of Wands, Leo, Sag, Aries, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here with the Page of Coins. The Tree of Life. There it is, the Moon. Five of Coins. Possible outcome. Five of Swords. Five of Wands. So 3 fives here. Five of Coins, Five of Swords, Five of Wands. 5, 5, 5. Very challenging times, but also indicating change. Five of Cups, the 4th 5. Wow, there. The Lovers and the World at the bottom. My gosh. Brother, what I pick up on here with the first cards, Ace of Swords, Page of Coins, King of Wands, and the Tree of Life, is that the feminine, especially the ones where you are thinking about children, you want to speak your truth here about that you are wishing for children, and that there is maybe even not so much time anymore. So want to speak your truth to the masculine about children. Pages can represent children. And with the Tree of Life here, that I hear, can't you see that we are meant to be? And it's also that thought, I appreciate this journey, I'm grateful for this journey, but I did all this work, when can I finally get to the point where the reward comes? The message of my guides and angels here right now is that your reward is your awareness. The reward is your strength. The reward is all your healing. Union would be the cherry on the cake. But yeah, that may be the thought of some of you. With the Moon card and the Five of Coins here, the Moon card talks about anxieties, things that are hidden, not revealed yet. And because of that uncertainty, we only have our intuition, what the Moon card is also about. We only have our intuition and deep knowing and our guidance. We don't have proof in the 3D world. And that brings up the uncertainty and the anxieties. Will it ever happen? Am I caught up in an illusion? I picked this up before on the masculine side. So the Five of Coins is a card of feeling alone, feeling left out in the cold, but it's also a card of feeling unstable financially, what we also picked up on before on the masculine side. I also get a message with the Tree of Life here that for the masculine, it's very challenging to see it that way, that everything that happened for a reason at the exact right time, and that where the both of you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. But it may be challenging to accept that if it's not where we want to be. I also get the message here with the Ace of Swords, what is communication, and the Page of Coins is again that, and the masculine here as the King of Wands. What we got before, that message of trying to figure out a way to communicate. Because pages are also about planning, having ideas. So trying to come up with an idea how to communicate here. But the Moon still in the way here, the anxieties, the uncertainty, maybe even about that he knows that he left you out in the cold before. These three fives here, Five of Swords, Five of Wands, and Five of Cups. All cards that already came up in the reading. Five of Swords, that manipulative energy, that ego-based energy. Five of Wands, that challenging times. Five of Cups, being too focused on the negative parts. Very beautifully pictured in this deck here, by the way. So focused on the three spilled and broken cups that we can't even realize the beautiful Two of Cups that are just behind us, even in the spotlight. We can't see them because of the wrong focus here, the wrong perception. These are all energies that we need to overcome. To not make it more challenging than it is for ourselves. To come out of ego-based energy and to change the focus to the beautiful things in life and to the possibilities. The last two cards is the Lover's card, what represents the sign of Gemini, and the World card representing the four fixed signs, so Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. So the Lovers, of course, represents that soul connection, but the Lovers card always also indicates a decision that we need to make. We have to close old cycles with all these energies here. Even the 5 of coins still belong here. 4 fives, challenges and changes. All these energies we need to put to an end. We have to close these old cycles, and both of us have to do so. And we have to make a clear decision what we want and act on it. I mean, the masculine even got that very soon card. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Yes, to learn to follow his heart's desires. With that critical judgment in the overall energies, both of you need to let go of the past. Whatever happened between the two of you. So I don't need to tell you that these connections have potential. They, of course, always have. But that huge urge that some of the feminines may feel here right now when it comes to wanting to have a family, wanting to have children, it's understandable, no doubt about that. But how I said before, they are pointing out that 5 of Swords again to me. That is also an ego-based energy. I want this and I want this now. And if you don't come back right now, finally, I've waited for so long. Can't you see that we belong together? I did all my work. That is also a manipulative energy. We have to be very aware of that. We attract what we send out. So again, I don't feel any kind of negative energy here. From the feminine side with these energies. It's just her wish. The Moon card is also talking about that illumination is close. In this deck we can even see the sunlight coming through there. What brings us out of confusion, out of anxieties, where we can see clearly, and he's really heavily spiritually guided. But it's still our free will if we want to listen to it or act on it. And obviously, right now, the masculine is not trusting his intuition and his guidance. Angel answers. So the answer is yes. Okay, that was strange, but we have success and no need to worry at the bottom. So the masculine still needs a bit time here to come into his own clarity, to come into his own, or to his own conclusions. Whispers of Love Oracle. Listen with your heart. You are listening, but need to hear with a loving heart. The heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. And treasure your loved ones at the bottom. It is important to love others deeply. Heart-Shaped Love Oracle by Tony Carmine Solano. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. My dear divine feminines and masculines, I hope this reading brought you some insights and guidance and helped you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed the reading, even though it's maybe not that kind of energy we want to see, but it was a very interesting read. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I wish you a wonderful upcoming week and hope to see you soon. Bye for now. Take care.